This is just the life of being a parent and trying to be healthy. What's up, FitLife fam? It's day 9 of the 16-week challenge. I don't even know anymore. Just a quick backstory on this past weekend. Per usual, when you're trying to do something good for yourself or something healthy, some things pop up. I had to take my daughter to the emergency child care unit for bad elbow, and then I got sick. I got mucusy, the crud, but we're still pushing, bro. Like, I kind of gave myself a few rest days over the weekend, but now it's Tuesday. I have my Bible study I'm going to at 7 a.m. We just finished up the gym. So now we're gonna order some food, check out these macros, keep rocking with the day. So here's Mean Mug. I got my coffee right here, black coffee with a splash of coconut milk. Here's a nice little coffee shop where we meet on Tuesday mornings. Right here, I got the trap wrap. It's turkey, avocado, cheese, and tomato. So we're leaving Mean Mug. It's about 8:15. I want to talk about something real quick that we talked about in our Bible study. Essentially, whenever you're trying to do something good for yourself and you're trying to make changes and you're taking these big steps and strides in your life, you're going to be challenged with some adversity. Especially if you're really trying to make a big transition, you're going to be challenged to your core to stop what you're doing and revert in your ways to keep you in place of where you're at. And my message to you is that, well, this past week, you can tell for the first time in a couple years, I'm really trying to focus on creating this healthy lifestyle, more healthy than what I've been doing, try to hit these new goals for myself. And then you have all these things pop up, like money issues, doctor visits, getting sick and stuff like that. And that can really derail someone who just started a challenge or a cut or something like that for themselves, no matter where you are in life. And whether you're trying to get closer to God or you're trying to get focused on your health, all of these things, you will face adversity. I consider these things to be more spiritual warfare, to throw you off your tracks, to keep you where you are. Whenever you experience these issues, don't think about, oh my gosh, I'm failing, I need to, and give up. You need to think about, how can I prevail? How can I push through this? How can I come out on the other side better? Because once you hit these tracks, you hit these walls, you get stuck, you feel like life is beating you down, you battle through, and you come out on the other side stronger. You come out on the other side more mentally tough, and it's more of an accomplishment in my eyes in terms of battling through all these situations. And that's why a lot of people aren't successful in fitness. It's why a lot of people, unfortunately, are not successful in their marriage or just life in general, because we face adversity and we cower. Do not cower. Power through. Fight through it. Work through it. Pray through it. Turn to God, and He will get you through it. And that's what we're doing. We take this step by step, day by day, battle on. So let's head back to the gym, train some clients. That first meal at Mean Mug was around 7 a.m. My next meal will be the beef and rice, and that should be around 8:40 or 9 o'clock. So we got meal number 2, beef and rice. This is my staple. It's the same thing every single day. Like I said, you gotta have at least one thing or 2 things in your day that are consistent, and this is one of them. Out here making sure my clients are running. I got the beef. I'm getting my steps in. This is an easy way for me to get my steps in throughout the day, being proactive. People or clients keep on complaining to me about, Gage, I can't get my steps in. It's impossible. I can't get 10,000 steps in a day. And I'm like, you have to truly be intentional about your steps. You're not going to be able to sit at your desk all day and get your steps in. So what does that mean? You have to choose like 20-minute intervals every other hour just to walk. If you work in an office, like one of my clients works in an office, and he has meetings throughout the day, and they're on a different floor. So he'll go ahead and take the stairs to get to the floor. And when he gets home at night, if he doesn't have his steps in, he just gets on the treadmill and walks, or walks in his living room. I have another set of clients who literally, like, they work in an office and they were averaging 3,000 steps a day when I first started working with them. Now they're averaging 10 to 15,000 steps a day. And it's simply by just being proactive, thinking about your walking in place like this. It's counting your steps. Your Apple Watch is counting it no matter what you think, but you count those steps. And one thing they were doing, they started like dancing. They would turn on like a little film or whatever, a music video, and they would dance to that, and they would get twice as many steps as they thought they would. So it's the fact of just being proactive, thinking about it, checking your steps throughout the day, and actually doing what we have to do. It can be done, most people just choose not to do it. Here I'm back on the bike. I got like a 10-minute time frame where I can just get a little bit of cardio in. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my time frame, my break, foam rolling and stretching, and then we're gonna move into a new workout program, and I'll talk about that in just a second. So I changed up my entire routine from last week. So I did 3 weeks of a traditional bodybuilding split. This week, I changed it up to where I'm doing more of a superset bodybuilding style of training. The reason I switched it up like that is because I'm trying to get a little bit more effort into my workouts in terms of calories burnt. So if I can go back and forth between exercises and burn a few more calories, that's gonna be more ideal. So my entire goal is to continue to shred fat without losing a lot of muscle. So instead of doing high intensity cardio, I'm just gonna start doing supersets. And you'll notice that next month, I start doing a little bit more intensity, adding more intensity to my workouts in terms of doing more cardio. So we're gonna get started with shoulders. Let's rock this thing. First things first, we hit the jump rope for about 3 minutes, get those shoulders warmed up and get some blood flowing. First on the list, we did some calf raises, body weight calf raises on each leg. Did about 100 each leg. My new goal is to try to focus on hitting calves every day or every other day for the next 6 to 10 weeks to see what happens with those bad boys. First superset right here is going to be the crossbody cable flies. I love this exercise. It gives me the best delt pump, way better than using dumbbells. So we started off with this. We paired the flies with chest supported rear delt flies, working on those tiny little muscles on the back of the shoulder. Has to be very smooth and controlled with this movement, because if you don't, it's very hard to activate those rear delts and you'll get the back fired up instead. Next superset, we went to this overhead press right here where it's more of an Arnold. I love this barbell. I showed you guys last week. I get such a good pump from this. I definitely recommend trying out this movement with a bar like this if you have one. It's very rare. I've never seen one of these bars before. The overhead press is paired with the snatch grip barbell shrugs. I originally wanted to do either hanklings or snatches, but I didn't want to put too much stress on my shoulders. A lot of the times when I do those two movements, I start getting issues behind my shoulder blades or something else going on, and I didn't want to do that, so we just focus on shrugs. If I do start throwing hanklings or power cleans or any of that stuff into my workouts, Olympic lifting, then I'm going to focus primarily on that instead of throwing all this other bodybuilding in with it. I felt like I needed to get some more rear delts in because I haven't been hitting them that much, so we just did this singular exercise, just seated rear delt flies. My rear delts are definitely the most underdeveloped and weakest thing on my body, so I try to hit them as much as possible. Next up, we're moving to biceps and triceps. I hit 20 tricep pushdowns right here. Really try to isolate at the bottom and think about the movement instead of just repping it out. You think about the movement, you're going to get a whole lot more activation out of it. The pushdowns were paired with seated alternating DB curls. I think I did about 30 reps right here. If you want to know the exact routine of what I'm doing, be sure to download my training app. You can click the link in my bio, or you can comment on this video and I'll send you the link to get set up. It's only $21 a month, and I'm following the Swole program in my app. Next on the list, we got incline DB curls. We went about 20 reps on this one as well. The curls are supersetted with these tricep skull crushers. And I'll try to go, I think, 10 to 15 reps on this one right here. Finishing the last superset of the day with concentration curls, 15 reps on each arm. Pairing it with overhead tricep extensions. Same thing, 20 reps. Workout done. That workout was different. I haven't done anything like that in like years. It's kind of like a bro workout. Golden era bro workout. But now we're heading back to the house. I need to have my greens powder, my creatine, my food. Got to read. Got to do all the fun things. But nice little pump. I measured my bicep. There it is. I measured my bicep pump. No flex, just a pump. At 15 and a quarter after that workout. So that's cool. Now, let's move on with the day. All right, so I just got back home and I've got about 15 minutes before I have to do emails and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna hit a nice little walk, maybe even a little bit of a jog, just to get some more steps in. But this is the kind of crap that it takes to hit these goals that you're trying to achieve. You got to get that hour to an hour and a half workout in. You got to get those steps in the morning. You got to get the steps in the midday. You got to get the steps in the evening. It's not a game, people. This is why a lot of people don't succeed, because they can't stick to that. Find a pace for yourself. Find a routine that works. Make it so simple and so easy that it's impossible to not achieve. I'm just trying to walk fast enough to where I get my heart rate up more than it actually is at a resting state, if that makes sense. So right now I'm at 106 beats per minute. Getting a nice, oh no, Finley's throwing up. the grass over there. I don't want to show that. Getting a nice little brisk walk in. I feel good. I like it. This is what I like to do. Forget running all day. We're walking. All right, after answering a few calls and emails, we're finally sitting down. I got my lunch, literally the exact same thing as last week. The chicken Marcella from Publix. They say it's 35 grams of protein. I don't know if I believe them. I need to actually weigh this stuff out. Most companies will weigh out their food prior to cooking, which you're supposed to do that, and then they'll give you the macros for it. So the food may cook, shrink, and then be that size. One thing that I've been having trouble with here recently is that I think every single person needs a coach, including me. And the reason I say that is because I've been getting in my head and I've been thinking like, hey, you need to be doing more cardio. You need to start running a little bit more. You need to do this, and this, and this, and this. But then I have to go back to me coaching myself and saying, no, our entire goal right now is to focus on body recomp. We're trying to turn fat into muscle. That's our only goal. We're not trying to lose any muscle mass. And if I were to follow these instincts that I'm thinking about daily, then I would go completely off the grid and do something that's not what I want, which would create a body that I don't want to create. So I got to do some self-motivating and talking today to keep myself in alignment, because I'm coming really close to doing stuff I shouldn't be doing, like doing more than I should. And that's not always the case. I have to slowly build week by week, cut my calories week by week, and then do more cardio week by week. That's the name of the game. That's the process, and that's the way I need to keep it. So that's why I think it's important to have a coach to keep you grounded, to keep you accountable, and to stay on task versus trying to jump ahead of the game. So we're back to a staple meal. Protein yogurt, protein bar. Sweet tooth is eliminated. No more sweet tooth. You got protein right here. Like, there's not even that much sugar in this protein bar. There's like, there's 8 grams of sugar and 9 grams of fat. And if it fits your freaking macros, you can eat it. Eat some. Do it. Just got back to the gym and I'm so sleepy. I don't know if it's because of this like junk I got going on right here, but I feel like I could take a quick nap. But we got an athlete coming in. I'm going to train her for a little bit. There you go. Good. All right, back home. We're about to eat. But first, Finley is dying for me to play with him. So we're going to play for a little bit. I'm going to try to get a few more steps as we're playing, like chase him around, wrestle him, jump to, all that fun stuff. So, you good, bro? Hey, sit. You good? You done playing? Are we still going? Huh? So I don't know if you hear it in the background, but I have a screaming child. It's 7:35. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to eat right now or whenever this is going to stop. So I need to put her to bed. And then I'm going to get some food out and just eat. So we're finishing up dinner with an 8-ounce steak and some potatoes. I hear you, girl. Should be having some veggies with this, but I don't have any. And one of my clients got on to me earlier about me not doing veggies that often. So I got some green powder just to make everyone happy and also make my stomach happy. I actually like this stuff. Tastes pretty good. Yes. All right, so we're just getting done. We're just getting ready to eat. Put baby girl to bed. We're just getting down to eat. It's 8:15 right now. Food's right here. Ready to go. Finley. Ready to go. Both of my eyes are red like I got freaking pink eye. So that's good. Here are the steps. Here are the macros. As you can tell, I'm very tired today. So, long day. Got to get back at it tomorrow. Finish this food. And another week of weights. So stay tuned. Subscribe. Have a good night. Day. Year. I don't know.